honestly, I don't even know where to start. I don't. It was a pathetic performance by the whole team. Now listen, for granted, going in, I didn't expect us to win this game. I said maybe it'd be a close game, or maybe this, maybe that, and I predicted it, and I said it on this damn video, on last video, and I've said it on Twitter and wherever else. You see me, you find me, you know me, okay? I predicted that if this damn team comes and does this slow start shit that they've been doing against the Giants, against Washington, against blah, blah, yeah, you could do it against those bums and still somehow start out slow, but then start to come back, get your rhythm and running the ball and whatnot. You do it against Tampa, you do it against Carolina, you do it against Tampa, you do it against any of these playoff teams, you'll be down 21-0 by the time you get going. And that's basically what happened. See, that's the thing, though. First, our defense, Jonathan Gannon, you got to get the fuck out of Philly, man, for real. I want him gone, bro. I understand this is a rebuilding year, and I didn't expect us to win this game, and I did not expect us to even go further if we did win it, be honest with you. But this is all season long, okay? He is so scared to death. He's got guys corners playing 8 yards off the receivers. He don't want to blitz. Yeah, he looks good against the Sam Darnolds of the world and the Jake Froms and all these other idiots. But the last time, Troy Aikman even said it, the last time we versed an actual elite quarterback was like week 9 against the Chargers, and he tore our asses up, Justin Herbert. Same thing, just like the first time we versed the Buccaneers this year, Tom Brady was tearing our shit up, and he was scared to death, and he wasn't trying anything different. He had guys playing 8 yards off the guys, 10 yards off the guys. I mean, at one point, we finally were getting pressure, and Brady's just checking it off, because literally in the flat's always open. There's no one on them guys ever. And this guy's really getting interviewed for head coaching jobs? Take his ass. Vic Fangio needs to be in here next year. One of the best defensive-minded guys in the NFL history and defensive coordinator. One of the best ever. And they don't hit the market that often. Maybe once every decade, and he's out there right now. If he wants to still coach, because he's not going to be a head coach, he wants to be still coach, bring him in here, defensive coordinator, ASAP. Because this dude, I'm done with Jonathan Gannon. I'm sorry, I know he's young and this and that. He don't know nothing, man. He's scared shitless, and the players were even calling him out. Remember Fletcher Cox? I don't know why I'm out in coverage, covering the running back and blah, blah, blah. Dude, I understand this is Tom Brady, but you can't do that. And then finally, I will say this. They finally did settle in and play a little better, but you know why? Because their left or right tackle went down. Okay, then their center went down. Center came back, tackle came back, then he couldn't play. He was hurt, he was banged up. They put the backup in. The backup was banged up. Ryan Kerrigan then finally showed up out of nowhere. He hasn't been here all year. He shows up, he's getting sacks. So we started to get to Brady. The defense finally started to show up somewhat. But even in the moments where it didn't, another thing I was really pissed off about, Darius Slay is the best corner on this team. And he is a top 5 corner in the freaking NFL, bro. And he's not on Mike Evans. Their best receiver, he's not on it. He should have been traveling his ass all day long, bro. And Mike Evans, yeah, he'll probably get his due because he's one of the best in the league. But not to where you're going to have Maddox on him and he's scoring and this. Come on, bro. This guy's an idiot. This guy's a real idiot. And he had the nerve to say, last time I played Brady, or I coached against Brady, he was kind of like autopilot mode, and that was my mistake. I won't make that mistake again. Well, that's false. But this game falls on everyone as a whole. Mainly Jonathan Gannon, yeah, because his defense. But then, like I say, the defense did finally start to show up and make stops. Finally getting after Brady, making stops. And you know what? Our offense couldn't do a damn thing, man. Nothing. And personally, that performance on offense, yeah, you could put some on Nick Sirianni. I get it. It falls on Jalen Reagor because he had that, stupid punt. He shouldn't have even fair catched it. He should have fair catched it. Sorry, he shouldn't have even tried to go and get it. Or him running these lazy routes where he was jogging in his routes. It falls on him, and it falls on Jalen freaking Hurts, bro. This guy, they asked him to actually pass the ball today because we were down somewhat. And I said to myself, you know what? Still run it, even though you're down by 7 or only down by 14 at the time. It's still a whole game. They put 8 in the box. They dared him to pass, and he was garbage. Overthrow, underthrow, interception, you name it, everything. And I know our offensive line, they didn't play too good. They played pretty solid. He had a touchdown to Quez Watkins maybe 3 times this game, and one was early on. His ass was wide open. All Jalen Hurts had to do was literally step into the pocket. It was a clean pocket and everything. You see the safety. It was the 2 safeties high. They both went this way. It was 1-on-1 with Watkins, and Watkins beat his dude by at least a couple feet or steps. And Hurts sees it. All he needs to do is step into the pocket. It was a clean pocket and launch that shit. Instead, he decides to roll out this way and then try to throw a pass to Jalen Reagor. And what happens on that? It gets tipped by a defensive lineman or a linebacker, and then boom, and whatever. You get the deal. You remember the play. Quez was wide open on that. I mean, that's a touchdown. And in a close game still, kind of. Then later on in the game, garbage time stats. That's what this team offensively hurts in them. This is what they usually get, garbage time stats. Well, depends who you're facing. Versus some bums, then they'll get good stats all day long. He overthrew Quez Watkins twice in garbage time. His ass was wide open, overthrow. I understand it's windy and all this and that, but still. Nah, man. And then I put this on Sirianni, but also on Jalen Hurts. Devontae Smith should have been more involved. Honestly, he's the best receiver on this team, possibly maybe the best damn player on the offense besides the offensive line, Kelsey and Lane. And he wasn't even trying. Troy Aikman's in the booth saying, man, he's one-on-one, bro. And these corners that the Bucs have ain't all that. So what I'm saying is he was one-on-one. There was times where he was open. I've seen on my television, I'm like, dude, he's open right there on the crosser. He don't even look at him. He's rolling out this way to try to throw to Dallas Goedert, who's in triple coverage, double coverage, whatever. I'm exaggerating, but still you get the point. I understand he's learning and whatnot. And, he's going to keep going. And, yeah, he'll probably be the quarterback here next year. I understand that. Yeah, I'm going to deal with it, and hopefully he improves. It's a shame to me because he's a good guy. He is. He's a great person you want to root for because he works hard. He tries hard. He works his ass off. He says the right stuff, and he plays well. But you can't – how do I explain it? He can get better and improve as a passer. He did it throughout the season somewhat. But you cannot teach – out of nowhere, he just ain't going to have arm strength like the other quarterbacks in these league have, like the Herberts of the world and the Burrow and the freaking Mahomes. That's rare stuff, you know what I mean? Oh, Burrow I threw in there, but whatever, you know what I mean? Accuracy is another thing. You can kind of teach that, but that, or even, you don't need a quarterback with a big arm. The guy just needs to be able to have timing on his passes, rhythm, and just get it out on time, Timing, can read the field. If he's going to continue to just be this guy where it's, hide behind a run game, and then when the run game is going, then I'll do bootleg play actions, roll out, pass. Or if, the run game don't work, I have to rely on just you throwing in a game where we're down, he can't do it at the NFL level. I really hope he can, but it's happened a couple times this season. It did. I'm not just saying this game. It happened many times this season, but then when we got that run attack going, no one talked about Hurts much anymore. They talked about him rushing. Or, he threw 2 touchdowns, but they were in the end zone. We were already there, and we ran to get there. He had a solid season. He did. But today was just the example that they stacked the box and said, beat me with your arm. And he couldn't do it. He just couldn't. I mean, any actual NFL quarterback, would at least got some passes off. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to bash the guy, though. There were stupid play calls from Nick Sirianni. But Devontae Smith should have had the ball from the get-go. His ass should have had the football. And you even see it in garbage time or later in the game. They start giving it to Smith and look at the results. Oh, my God. And he had that great catch for the 2-point conversion. Amazing catch. I'm saying, imagine if you actually gave him the ball all day long. The results you would get. They're all going to reflect on this and look at it. The coaches, everyone's going to look at it and say, listen, and ownership has to know this. Listen, we were not expecting to even be here. We were 2-5 start out. For a rebuilding year, I'll tell you this, it was good to get there. I understand more victories. People don't like that. But I'm just saying, to start out 2-5 and somehow turn it around, I know it wasn't against the best teams or whatever you want to call it, but we're not the best team either. So that's an excuse. So you know what, though? It's on the next season. Yeah. But we're going to have talks about Hurts, and you already hear that there's Russell Wilson's available or he wants to leave. The Watson, the rumors are going to continue. I think Hurts stays another year, and if he doesn't improve next year, then he is out, and I think they draft a guy, because next year, 2023's draft class is supposed to be awesome. But I don't know. What do I know? Maybe he improves, and hopefully he does, and we can use our draft picks on other things. But as of right now, that's up in the air, and it really is a shame to just end the season like that. I don't know. It's just a shame to end the season that way on a note like this where we don't know if he really the future, is he this, that. If he went out there and played a great game, we lost, I'm like, you know what? Yo, we got the quarterback of the future. We got the head coach is good and everything's good. But right now, that's the probably only thing we'll continue to question is, the quarterback stuff. And that will be going on for days to come, like I said. But everyone's to blame. Everyone, especially Rager. I hope it's his last game in Philly. I really hope so. But yeah, let's go Birds on Mountain. I'll be here later on this week probably or one of these days, and we're going to discuss more about the quarterback position if more news comes out. But I hope Hurts is the guy. I really do. But I don't know. Everyone's at fault, though. You can't just blame him. I got to really look at everybody. Defense finally steps up, and the offense couldn't do nothing. And at that point, it was, it's just whatever. It's over. All right, guys. I'm out. Peace. Comment below on your thoughts.